Round 5 coming up. And coming up for you, how long will this rainy weather last? Norm.
Yes, Norm will be back with the answer. He doesn't have it yet, but he will be back with it.
He's mulling it over. And you won't believe how Kings Park got its name. We'll have the story in this old town.
This.
Consulting his Ouija board. And he has the forecast, don't you?
I haven't counted them, but we're getting close.
All right. Okay. Well, the name is Kings Park, but obviously you don't have to be a king to live there. News 12's Alan Oren takes us through the village in this old town.
Kings Park is a quiet little town, and yet for all that humility, it has much to be proud of. Its good deeds have earned a spot of honor for this old town. It started, after all, as an idealistic enclave, St. John Land. The Reverend William Muhlenberg had a prime pulpit in Manhattan, but all around saw slum sufferers. So he bought 400 acres in Suffolk to tend to the poor, the orphaned, the elderly, with the help of rich congregants like Cornelius Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt sponsored Sunbeam, the home for girls, just as Sunset was the home for the elderly. Trades were taught to those who needed work, and camps set up for those who needed rest. King Peddler, at Wright, thought then, and thinks now, that it was a special spot.
My father died when I was very young, and going there was sort of like a utopia, a haven, beautiful place.
When Muhlenberg died in the hospital he'd founded in Manhattan, St. Luke's, he was buried in the haven he'd founded on Long Island, St. John Land. When his haven died, it's now a senior citizens facility, it was just as deeply mourned.
I heard from kids that were there that all the kids were crying. They were all upset in school when they made the public announcement.
But early Kings Park got its name from a second social institution. Brooklyn's Kings County Lunatic Asylum, as it was called then, expanded to the town. To muddy its identity for the neighbors, it called itself Kings Park, or The Farm, perhaps the origin of the euphemism Funny Farm, because of its piggery. It was in the forefront of new techniques, lobotomy, electric shock, drug therapy, as well as old techniques, patient baseball. At one time, it was the largest such hospital in the state, with more residents, 15,000, than Smithtown. One especially eerie reminder remains. It's a 5-acre potter's field, where patients without families were buried in 2 layers of coffins, many holding small bottles with their name and cause of death. Otherwise, just one marker, and a recurrent fog.
I don't know, sometimes I get scared because I wonder why this is the only place that has fog in it. And then the fog will, like, move. It comes all the way down and it disappears, but then it'll come back and it'll fill up with fog again.
Now slated to close in 1997, most of the hospital's brick buildings are boarded up, and the fire engine that once served the town now serves just the hospital. It is better to give than receive, the old adage goes, and Kings Park has taken that advice seriously. It is given in the form of social service for its entire 124 years. In this old town, I'm Alan Oren.
Stocks tumble on Wall Street today. We'll have that story in the day's